you guys know in the 2010 World Cup that took place in South Africa, which Spain won, 32.4 billion people watched the World Cup, which is 46.4% of, which was 46.4% of the world's population, which I believe that was a lot. Alright, so the relevant object that I brought was my jersey from USA, which is my favorite national team. And I'll be honest, my favorite soccer player is Landon Donovan, because I think he's the best with 46 goals and 51 assists. Damn. The World Cup is the most popular sport in the world, and it's something that I can relate to because, well, me and my family can relate to because we always watch it. We always watch it together. Like my family, well, they like to watch it, but they don't like to watch the real games. They just like international ones because everybody likes to represent with their pride and nationality, right? So first of all, what I'll be talking about is what the World Cup is. Then I'll be talking about how it relates to my culture. Alright, so some background information is that the World Cup is a competition where every single nation, every single country in the world participates in for like basically bragging rights to say they have the best soccer team in the world. For the ones who don't know what soccer is, well, basically it's just a game where it's just two posts where you use like anything, two backpacks, two trash cans, two whatever, and you just kick the ball into the goal. And oh yeah, that's the game of soccer. Well, and what I also want to mention is that I'll admit that at first I didn't like the game soccer because I don't know, the only league that I knew was the Mexican league, which is I found pretty boring, with just like throwing the ball up and trying to cross it just to get a lucky goal. I don't like that. And then soon later, when I was like 12, like 10 years old or like 12, I started to find out there was more leagues in there, like especially the World Cup. When I just soon found out, well, the World Cup 2010 was the first league I found out. Well, not the league, but competition, big event that I really loved. And yeah, that really got me into it, especially when I saw like all these great players playing in like such a beautiful game. They all played so lovely. Yeah. Which reminds me that the next World Cup is coming. The 2014 Cup is going to take place in Brazil. Yeah, I believe it's 56 days away. It'll be on June 12th, right? 56 days until the next World Cup, which is a big event that everybody, I hope, is gonna love. Yeah. And yeah, well. Okay, and somehow I'll talk about how I identify with it. I grew up watching soccer because I basically grew up with a Mexican family, and so, like I think basically the national sport of Mexico is like soccer because almost every Mexican stereotypically I know loves soccer, and I guess I could just kind of like naturally went into that culture. So the artifact that I brought is like my jersey. So I was like, this is a jersey that I was always wearing the World Cup, like 2010. This jersey like brings back so many like memories of reminiscing with other people. Like I remember something big that I remember about this jersey, about the last World Cup, was when the USA faced what's it called England. All my family had like a big reunion because then the next day was also Mexico and my whole family wanted to see that one. But they just came this day, and particularly this day, USA played against England, and it was such a big game. It was crucial to be like, because we wanted to be #1 in the stage groups. And I remember my whole family started doubting, like, that the USA, they're going to be eliminated, they're not even going to make it, because I think, yeah, because there's like a big rivalry between the USA and Mexico, so of course they don't want the other team to like do good. So yeah, that's something to remember. And we would eventually go to draw with a lucky goal by Clint Dempsey in like the 67th minute. And yeah, well, just to wrap all things up, I've told you what the World Cup is, how I relate to it, and what it means to me, what this artifact means to me. Oh man, I can skip the part. So I have talked to you about the culture I share with my family and how I identify it. So but yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I'm done.